Hello, my dear students. In the previous class, we have understood postulates of kinetic theory of gases, and we also discussed the deviation of real gases from ideal behavior. By using compressibility factor, we understood the magnitude of deviation of real gases from ideal behavior, and we also identified some of the faulty assumption of kinetic theory of gases. In today's class, I am going to discuss van der Waals equation for real gases. So before going to discuss van der Waals equation for real gases, I would like to recollect the importance of requirement of van der Waals equation of real gases. We know the equation, the ideal gas equation which is derived. So PV is equal to nRT, which is derived, which is based on kinetic theory of gases. But the kinetic theory of gases has some faulty assumption. The faulty assumptions are the real volume of a gas molecule is neglected in that theory, and in that theory they ignored the force of attraction or repulsion between the gaseous molecule. These are the two faulty assumptions. So that's why based on these assumptions they are derived the equation that is PV is equal to nRT. That's why this equation is not applicable in all the condition. It applicable only at very high temperature and low pressure. That's why we need a Neve equation which is applicable for the real gases at all temperature and pressure. So that's why before going to derive the Neve equation, you must know the fault in this equation. The fault in this equation is arises due to two faulty assumptions. One is ignored the volume and is ignored the force of attraction. So then these are the main causes of deviation from ideal behavior. Next, van der Waals give new suggestions that according to van der Waals, he said that the gaseous molecule possesses some finite volume and the total volume of the volume of a gas cannot be neglected compared to volume of a cylinder, and the volume of a gas is highly significant under high pressure, because under high pressure the gas undergo liquefaction, which is ignored in kinetic theory of gases, but he accounts finite volume and it is more significant at high temperature. And he also accounts, he said that so there is a force of attraction as well as repulsion which is present in the gaseous molecule, and these attraction and repulsion is varies the pressure and volume, and these are directly affect to the real volume and pressure of a gases. So these are the suggestion. Based on these suggestion, he is going to modify the expression. So PV is equal to nRT. This is the expression which is derived from kinetic theory of gases, which is derived from the three laws: Boyle's law, Charles' law, and Avogadro's law. By combining these three laws, they derived this equation. But the kinetic theory of gases suffered from some of the limitations. So because of that, so this PV is equal to nRT is no longer applicable under a real situation. It is applicable only in a hypothetical situation. That's why he is going to modify the equation. So before going to modify the equation, you must understand the causes of deviation, and in order to overcome from these causes, he is going to give some suggestions. That is, he is going to accounts for the volume and force of attraction which is not present in the postulates of kinetic theory of gases. So he is going to modify it. So first he is going to account for volume. According to him, you let us take a vessel in which the gaseous particles are randomly moving here. So in this case, so for example, there are 200 gaseous molecules. Not all the 200 gaseous molecule cannot occupy the complete volume of a vessel. So that's why the volume of a gaseous particle must be less than the total volume of the container. It is correct, no? Because you observe there are more than 200 number of gaseous particles are there. So here, dear student, don't get confused. We are talking about volume of two matter here. One is volume of a gaseous vessel and volume of a particle. And here our issue is the volume of a we are going to tracing the volume of a particle. So the volume of a particle is not equal to volume of a vessel. So the volume of a particle is must be less than the total volume of the container. That's why he is going to give the Neve equation. So here V is the volume of the container. V is the volume of the container, and so V is the volume of container, and there are n number of gaseous particle which is present in the vessel, and B is the Van der Waals constant which is accounts for the volume of a gases, and it depends on characteristic property of a gases. Then according to him, the new volume of a gaseous particle is equal to V minus NB. Here V is the volume of the container minus NB. N is the number of gaseous particle and B is the volume of each gaseous particle. Here B is a constant because the volume of a particle is constant, and so this is our total available volume which is occupied by the gaseous particle. So this is the correction he made for the volume of gases. So because in that theory they ignored the volume of each particle, but he is identified the volume of particle. So according to him, the new volume of a particle V is equal to V minus NB. Then the Neve equation become, if you substitute the value of E in the PV is equal to NRT equation, so we are going to get the Neve equation, that is P is equal to PV is equal to NRT is the equation. So instead of V is going to replace V minus NB is equal to NRT. Then he is going to correct pressure correction. So we know that actually there are the theory says the collision of kinetic theory says the collision of gaseous particle is exert pressure in a molecule. But according to theory, the pressure exerted which is predicted in the theory, it is actually less than that of the pressure. Why? Because the pressure is less. Why is pressure is less? If he accounts the force of attraction, because Van der Waals is going to account the force of attraction. You just think, you just take two vessels, here low pressure at high pressure. At high pressure what happens? Force of attraction, you know, pressure definition, pressure is equal to force by unit area. You know, force is directly proportional to force by unit area. If pressure increases, force increases. If automatically force increases, what about the volume? Volume is increases. So let us imagine, take this container. This is the pressure. If attraction, this is the pressure which is present, pressure of a gas. Then if attraction between the molecule arises, at that what happens? They try to aggregate. They cannot move randomly. Okay. So the question is, the pressure is decreases. Why? Because of force of attraction. If force of attraction between the gaseous molecule exists, what happens? They aggregate. They cannot freely move compared to the postulates we are assumed in kinetic theory of gases. It says the particles are free to move in all possible directions. If they are free to move, definitely the pressure will be high. But if you account the force of attraction between the gaseous particle, they cannot free to move in all possible directions. If they cannot free to move, what happens? The collision, the number of moment is less. If the moment is less, the pressure automatically reduces. So then the Neve expression for this is, so the pressure of a radial gas is equal to pressure of a real gas plus reduced pressure. Are you understood? So before, so there is a pressure which is directly proportional to collision, but here pressure somewhat, the pressure of a real gas is less compared to pressure of an ideal gas. Why? Because here in case of real there is a attraction, here it doesn't account attraction, that's why the pressure will be more, and here pressure will be less. Plus P is a reduced pressure. That means for example, the pressure of ideal gas is 1.5 atmosphere. So due to the force of attraction between the gaseous particle, the pressure is reduced to 1.3. So this is the pressure which is reduced due to attraction between the gaseous particle. and plus 0.2 is the reduced pressure. We can also write this equation as the pressure of a real gas is equal to, so the pressure of ideal gas minus P. So we can write in that way also, that is the pressure of a real gas is equal to pressure of an ideal gas minus P. Here P is reduced pressure, that is the pressure which is reduced due to attraction, and where P is reduced pressure, then the expression for reduced pressure is given by this reduction pressure is equal to A into N divided by V whole square, because we know that the pressure is inversely proportional to volume. And so here N is the number of gaseous particle, A is a constant which is accounts for the characteristic property or the force of attraction between the gaseous particle. So this is the reduced pressure. Then the new equations becomes, then the pressure of an ideal gas is equal to pressure of a real gas plus reduced pressure is equal to P real plus, we know the value of reduced pressure, that is A is equal to N square divided by V square. So now, so we have got, dear students, here you must understood two things. So here van der Waals is going to modify PV is equal to NRT equation, because that equation is not applicable in all conditions. It is derived based on kinetic theory of gases. There is a faulty assumption in kinetic theory of gases. That's why there is a fault in PV is equal to NRT. Then he is going to modify PV is equal to NRT. For that, he is do some correction, that is volume correction and pressure correction. So you know how volume of a gases, how he is going to account the volume of a particle, and how he is going to account the volume of a real gases by considering the phenomena of attraction which is present between the gaseous molecule. So the new equation becomes, you know, this is the pressure correction. So P ideal is equal to, so P plus A into N square divided by V square, and this is the volume correction V minus NB. If you substitute this equation to the ideal gas equation, PV is equal to NRT, this is the equation he is going to modify, and he is going to get, instead of P, so P plus A N square divided by V square. So this is a P term. He is going to replace P instead of this P plus A N square divided by V square, and instead of V volume, he is going to replace V minus NB is equal to NRT. Here P is a pressure of a real gas, and it's a reduced pressure, and V is a volume, and here A and B are the constant. These are called as van der Waals constant. So this is a van der Waals equation for real gases. Now let us cross check this equation under various conditions. So you know, you observe the changes here, and under high temperature the molecular movement is more due to more kinetic energy, but under low temperature the molecular movement is less. And you similarly observe here the molecular movement at 5 degrees Celsius, and here at 20 degrees Celsius, and here it is 40 degrees Celsius. So now you, from these figures, you can understand that, so how molecular motion is affected by temperature. So this is the equation just now we derived. Now at high temperature, what happens? At high temperature, molecules are going to get more energy, more kinetic energy. As a result, the volume of a gaseous molecule will be very large. If the volume of a gaseous molecule is very large at that moment, so we are this term become insignificant. We are going to ignore this term, and V minus NB is equal to V. And at very large volume, if V in the denominator is very large, at that moment this term, the term is very small, then this term becomes P, then the equation becomes PV is equal to RT. This says that under high temperature, so this equation, the gas is going to attain ideal behavior. Next, let us consider this one. At very low pressure, you know, this is at a very low pressure, at a very high pressure. You know, at very high pressure, volume is very less, and the force, and at very low pressure, volume will be more. If volume will be more, this term is equal to V, and this is equal to P, and it is going to attain